Hello Year 6 and welcome to Wednesday's maths lesson. You did a brilliant job yesterday working out area. There was some fantastic work both from the people that are in school. Tristan, you did a great job, and lots of you at home did a brilliant job as well working out area, especially the area of triangles, which was a little bit different. So a big well done. So to get our brains warmed up today, we are going to do a Kahoot. So I have made a Kahoot for you. This is the game pin. So it's got a mixture of maths questions to have a go at. So I'd like you to pause the video now and have a go at the Kahoot quiz and use this game pin here. I'll be looking out for some marvellous me's to send to those of you that have had a go, and I'm looking forward to seeing how well you do on the leaderboard. So pause the video now and have a go at this to get your brains warmed up. Right, so hopefully now your brains are nice and warmed up, ready for today's learning. So we're still looking at pages 28 and 29. Remember, we've been doing little sections at a time from those pages. And today, our learning question is, can I calculate volume? So we looked at area yesterday, and today we are looking at volume. So you just need one section off each page today, but we've also got some questions to do together on the board. So as on page 28, it's section 3, and page 29, it's section 3. So I will just show you. So it's this section here on page 28, section 3, and it's this section here on page 29, section 3. And it's all about volume. So volume then. So we did area, which was the inside of a 2D shape. Volume is the inside when you've got a 3D shape, when you've got a cube or a cuboid. They're the ones we're going to be looking at today, cubes and cuboids. So all you need to do for this, so for area you did length times width. Now for volume you do length times width times by the depth. You've got this extra unit of measurement that you need to do for volume. So on this example, I would do 7 multiplied by 6 and get my answer. So that's those two there. So 7 multiplied by 6 is 42. And then I would multiply 42 by the 4. So length times width times depth. It's 3 dimensions. You've got the length, the width, and the depth. Now you might want to use a short multiplication for that if you're not sure about that in your head. So 42 multiplied by 4, 2 times 4 is 8, 4 times 4 is 16. Now, when you've got volume, so for area you did centimetres squared, for volume it's centimetres cubed, okay? So it's the length times the width times the depth. So I did 7 times 6 is 42, and then I did 42 multiplied by the 4 to get 168 centimetres squared. That is the volume. So I've got a couple now for you to pause the video and try yourselves. So you can see on this one, it's 8 and 5 and 3, and this one, it's 9 and 4 and 2. So pause the video now and have a go in your purple book to work out the volume of these two cuboids. Remember, it's a 3-dimensional shape, so you've got 3 dimensions. You've got the length, the width, and the depth, and you multiply those all together. So pause the video now and have a go of those. Okay, so we'll have a little look at them together. So I've got 8 times 5, which I know is 40. So 8 times 5 is 40. So that's those two. And then I'm going to do 40 multiplied by 3. I don't need a short multiplication here because I can cover the 0. 4 times 3 is 12. And put my 0 back on, centimetres cubed, because it's volume. So this one then, 9 times 4 is 36. So 9 times 4 is 36. Then multiplied by 2 is 72 centimetres cubed. Okay, so have a look and see how you did. So you've just got to multiply the three values together. And remember to put cubed on the end. It might be meters cubed, centimeters cubed, whatever it's got, but it's got to have cubed on the end because it's volume. So they were cuboids. Now with cubes, now you'll notice I've only put one value on these. Have a think why that might be. It's a cube. So why do I only need the one value here? Have a little think. Right, so you might have thought, because it's a cube, all of the sides are equal. So if this one's 8, so is this one, and so is this one. So when I'm working out the volume of a cube, all of the sides are the same, so you'll have the same value multiplied together. So 8 multiplied by 8, I know is 64, and then 8 multiplied by 8 is 64, and I multiply 64 by 8, so 4 times 8 is 32, 6 times 8 is 48, plus 3 is 51 centimetres cubed. So with a cube, if you've got one side, you know all of them. So you've got 70 this time. Now because it ends in a 0, so I'm going to show you how to do this one. So remember, they're all the same. So don't let it confuse you. So it is 70, but I'm just going to remember to put my zeros back on at the end. So 70 times 70, I can do 7 times 7, which I know is 49. But I need to put my 2 zeros back on. But now I need to do 4,900 multiplied by 70. That's a lot of zeros, so don't forget them. So what I'm going to do, take my zeros off. I'm going to do, I've already done that. I'm going to do 49 multiplied by 7. Okay, so 9 times 7. Oh, I'm absolutely rubbish at my nines, as you know. 63. And then 4 times 7 is 28, plus the 6 is 34. Okay, but I took these zeros off, so I need to put them back on. So this one needs 3 zeros back on. Okay, so it will be 343,000 centimetres cubed. So that's that one. So I've got a couple of those for you to have a go at now. Remember that you know this value. So if you know that value, you know that one and you know that one. Okay, so I'm going to stand to the side, pause the video, and in your purple book, have a go at these ones. Right, so you should have had a go now. So remember, this one's 20, so's this one, and so's this one. So I'm going to do 20 times 20, so 2 times 2 is 4, with my 2 zeros on. Then I've done those two, then multiply it by 20. So I'm going to do 4 times 2 is 8, and put my 3 zeros back on. And then it's centimetres cubed. Okay, so this one, so 11. So 11 times 11 is 121. Now I've got to multiply this by 11 now. I'm going to have to do a long multiplication. So I'm going to do one time, so that's all the same. 1,331 centimetres cubed. Okay, so you should know how to do volume now. You are just multiplying 3 values together. Just a tip on page 29. So on page 29, this one, it says the values below are the lengths of one side of 3 cubes. So if one side is 12, then you know that the other 2 sides are 12 as well. So for this one, you would do 12 times 12 times 12. This one, you do 2 times 2 times 2. This one, you do 80 times 80 times 80. So have a go at those sections in your book now. Right, so finally then, I've just got a couple of challenge questions that I want you to have a look at. So this one then, the first one I want you to have a look at, it's got 3 different volumes, a cube, a cuboid and another cuboid. You've got to calculate the volumes and then put them in order from smallest volume to largest volume. So A, B and C in the order that you think is the smallest volume to the largest volume. Remember, volume is multiplying the 3 values together. So if you pause the video now and have a little go at this challenge. Right, so you should have had a little go at those and put them in order. And then the second challenge that I want you to do in your purple book is this one. So this one, you've got 2 of the values and you've got to work out the third. So for this one, you do 12 times 2, you'd get an answer, then you've got to work out what you'd have to multiply that by to get 72. Okay, and the same with this one. So you've got 6 and 4, so you do 6 times 4, get an answer. What would you have to multiply that answer by to get 120? That's a little bit of thinking today to finish off. So really looking forward to seeing everybody's work. As always, you are doing, as I said at the beginning, some amazing work coming in. You're doing a brilliant job. It's hard to learn at home, but you're doing a fantastic job. Keep it up.